Mr. David Kilgour.
Merci 10 000 fois, Joel. Soyez les bienvenus à tous les gens qui sont venus de Montréal et des autres endroits où on parle français comme langue maternelle. Je constate que vous avez chez nous aujourd'hui les gens de Ottawa, Toronto, Montréal, Kitchener-Waterloo, la ville Québec, quel autre? Kingston? Quelqu'un d'autre? Anyone, anywhere else? Okay. And I'm told that by an expert that there are 380 of you here, 100 in the marching band, and many more have been arriving since the count was made about 20 minutes ago. So thank you all for taking the time to come here today from a lot of distance. Time is precious. This is the year now when all of us across the world can succeed in ending the pillaging, trafficking, and the organs of prisoners of conscience across China. The inhuman commerce organized by the party state in Beijing has been going on, as you know, since 2001, if not earlier. Falun Gong practitioners across China draw from ancient Chinese traditions, including universally respected values such as kindness and compassion, also truth and forbearance. Both of these values were stressed in the Shenyang World Tour, 2 performances of which took place in the National Arts Center, as I hope you know, on Sunday, and were to sold-out audiences. So congratulations to you all on that. Thank you. Falun Gong has attracted 70 to 100 million practitioners across China by the late 1990s. Fearing threats to its ideological supremacy, the then Jiang Zemin government banned the movement, as you all know, in mid-1999. It continues to demonize Falun Gong through the party state media across China. Working as volunteers, David Matus and I concluded with dismay that for 41,500 transplants performed from 2001 to 2006 in China, the only plausible explanation for sourcing was Falun Gong. We are convinced the Chinese party state has been committing systematic murder against the community for almost 15 years. We term it a new form of evil on the planet and continue to investigate. Ethan Gutman, in his book The Slaughter, puts the persecution of Falun Gong, Tibetan, Uyghur, and House Christian communities in context. He explains how he arrives at his best estimate that the organs of 65,000 Falun Gong and 2,000 to 4,000 Uyghurs, Tibetans, and House Christians were harvested in the 2000 to 2008 period. How many more people in these communities have been killed since 2008? Well, the 3 of us plan to release very soon an update on our findings. I think that will surprise quite a few people. Canada's All-Party House last Subcommittee on Human Rights internationally released last year a statement condemning the pillaging of organs. It expressed, quote, deep concern over credible allegations that prisoners of conscience and members of religious and ethnic minority groups, including practitioners of Falun Gong, are being executed for the purposes of harvesting and transplanting their organs, close quote. The subcommittee, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I understand our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is meeting today over this lunch period with a member of the Politburo from China. If that is correct, I hope and trust you will bring this terrible issue to the attention of the person with whom he's meeting. And I'm sure you all do too. The subcommittee called on, quote, the government of Canada to consider ways to discourage and prevent Canadians from taking part in transplant tourism where the organs have not been obtained in an ethical, safe, and transparent fashion, close quote. Many Falun Gong prisoners of conscience are living in 350 or so forced labor camps across China. Until they are selected by computer data banks as organ donors for transplants. David Matus and I have talked, as Joel mentioned, to Falun Gong practitioners who managed to leave both the camps and China, and they've told us that they were the only camp inmates to be examined regularly and carefully by doctors, but they were also made to work in appalling conditions for up to 16 hours a day with no pay, little food, and torture. The inmates make a range of export products, even Christmas decorations, if you can imagine, which are often destined for multinational companies. This is gross corporate irresponsibility and a violation of the World Trade Organization's rules. Every government, including the new government in Canada, should enforce a legislated onus on its importers to prove their products are not made in effect by slaves. None of us should forget the values that we represent from Canada, including dignity, rule of law, independent judges, multi-party democracy, transparency, accountability, a good natural environment, and no trafficking in human organs. The vast majority of the Chinese people, as you all know, seek the same features in their government as the rest of us. They and the rest of us, the rest of the world, must stop organ pillaging now, and I again call on Prime Minister Trudeau to make this point today during his visit with a member of the Politburo. Thank you very much. Shishi.
We're also honored to have here today Elizabeth May. She's the leader of the Green Party of Canada. She's known on